Geoff Kraly, Paris Monster. Welcome to Bass Guitar BeatIt TV.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking time to talk to us. We're catching up with you at the Śląski Festiwal Perkusyjny, which is a drum festival where you performed with your mate, Dion.
That's right.
As Paris Monster.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the event?
It was great. I mean, it's kind of interesting to be one of two bass players here.
Yeah, two.
A lot of drummers. But it was really professional festival. They took great care of us. The sound was amazing. And it was really cool that they let us perform as our band. That's kind of rare. Even when we do a lot of drum festivals and clinics and stuff at drum institutions, and it tends to be pretty drum heavy, but they mixed the sound like we were a band and not just like, a drum guy up there. It was really cool. It felt like doing a show. So that was cool.
What was the basic idea for this performance? You knew it was going to be a drum festival, but you actually decided to go for a head-on show, music performance.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of like to stay in character. We're a loud rock band that is experimental and likes to explore and take risks and make mistakes and make music. So we thought, if we don't bring that to this setting, we're selling the onion short away. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to come to even something like this that's specifically for drummers or musicians and not still try to make music. That's the whole point of what we're doing. So that's what we should do.
Space do you actually leave for improvising
in our band?
Yeah,
a good amount. I mean, it is songwriting based, so each song has a set form, and we kind of know what events are going to happen. But so that the improvisational sections will be, we know when those will occur. They'll be wide open and can be any length and can go any direction. But we know when those are going to happen, within the song or sometimes between songs to link things, So.
Yeah, since there's two of you performing, there's, of course, Josh is doing a lot of things at the same time and it's visible.
Right, yeah.
But you're doing quite a lot of radical stuff as well on that stage, There's lots of synths and different, a palette of sounds and stuff like that.
Right.
How do you go about actually choosing or deciding what you want to play for a given song,
Well, I guess it's pretty collaborative, In our band, Josh has a keyboard that's primarily synth bass, and I have a bass with some pitch shifting capabilities. So at any point, either of us can be the bass player, or be more of like a lead instrument, or something upper register.
Yeah, there was a lot of guitar soloing.
Yeah.
From you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a puzzle. That depending, every song is different, but we pass the baton a lot, so we're changing roles. So in terms of my effects, it kind of became really useful to have some flip controllable things where I can flip my sound up high without having to stop playing, or down low if he's going to stop playing bass and play two-handed drums or whatever. So we like all the sounds to be really flexible, especially because it's two of us. It's one of us stops, half the band stops. So you need to be able to kind of do it seamlessly. Yeah.
both the Paris Monster and you as a musician?
Well, Paris Monster is on the road a lot right now. We just did a month in Europe, and we're back 2 weeks later. We're already back for another couple weeks. We're touring all over the States in December, January, and February, and back to Europe in February and April. So it's a full tour schedule for Paris Monster. All of that's on parismonster.com too. And then for myself, I do some work as a producer, producing other artists. So I'm producing an album for an artist named Benjamin Scheuer. He's actually kind of more of a folk singer-songwriter kind of guy, but for this album, it's basically voice and modular synth. So he kind of gave me a wide open palette to use a lot of the sounds I use in Paris Monster on his album. So I'm excited about that. That's coming out at the end of 2019. We're almost done. I think it's coming out on Atlantic, one of Atlantic's imprints. So yeah, I'm excited about all that. Yeah.